And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, back with this Marlins MLB The Show 22 custom, or this franchise rebuild here on MLB The Show 22. Marlins 53 and 45 right now, going into the All-Star break here, and the All-Star weekend, All-Star week festivities. We're gonna take a look at the statistics here as a team first off, and then we're gonna look at some stats around the league. And then we have the home run derby and the All-Star game. So we'll have that in this episode today as Joey Wendell as the leadoff hitter here for the Marlins as we go down the lineup here and look at the players on this lineup. Joey Wendell batting .270 with 6 home runs and he's doing all right this season, all things considered. Not amazing necessarily, but not too bad either for him. Jesus Sanchez, this has been a good year for him, though. Batting .267 with 16 home runs and 39 RBIs. I don't know why this is the case, but the statistics are a little bit wonky in this franchise right now, this season, because as you can see there, Jesus Sanchez is average and home runs do not actually line up. He has one more home run, apparently, according to the game. So the stats are a little bit weird and a little bit messed up here. I don't know why that is the case. It looks like it almost has another whole game counted for these hitters. But either way, looking at the rest of the stats for the team, Jazz Chisholm right now betting around .250. He's having I thought he was going to have a little bit of a better season this year. And then we have Jorge Soler, who +8 to that contact versus lefties. He's batting .261, 22 homers, 57 RBIs. The best hitter on the team overall so far this season. He's been really good this year. Brian De La Cruz there, batting .293, only has, 9 home runs and 30 or so RBIs, but definitely a good player there. I am going to raise his potential to C because he actually is having a good season right now, batting .293, 9 home runs, 35 RBIs. And then Jesus Aguilar here, the second best hitter probably on this team right now, .271 with the average, and, the stats are going down for him, even though he's having a really good season right now. -4 on the contact versus lefties and -6 on power versus lefties. So that's kind of the reason that I'm looking to trade as Jesus Aguilar is, he's not only is his contract expiring, but he is also declining just a little bit in his ratings wise. He's not going to get any better than, this 76 rating that he is right now. So definitely a likely trade candidate at the deadline. And there's Garrett Cooper, increasing his stats a little bit, batting .264. He's on a hot streak right now, and so he's playing pretty decent. John Birdie hasn't been that great. He's struggled a little bit here this season, only batting .233 this year. And then Jacob Stallings, got injured pretty early on in the season. 3 home runs and 16 RBIs, batting about .260. Not a terrible season by him right now. +4 to the contact versus lefties and +3 to power versus righties. But, not a ton of high average guys on this team. Brian De La Cruz leads the team in average right now at .293. A lot of the other players on this team are batting around .260. Really, Soler and Aguilar and Jesus Sanchez have all the power on this team right now. So, the offense is just okay. Look at our bench right now. William Astudillo and Alviso Garcia, Miguel Rojas not doing great. Brian Anderson is doing all right here off the bench, but Miguel Rojas is kind of taking in his stats, -8 there in one of his contact ratings. But that's kind of the team. It looks like the offense there, and their stats at the break here. Pablo Lopez has 127 innings pitched this season, and that ERA really, really good at 2.27 with a 1.14 whip. Just over 100 strikeouts on the season for him, and he is declining a little bit because his potential probably sits at right at an 88, so we might not see him improve very much. But again, this is a weird thing with the stats here. It looks like the game thinks he pitched a whole another game instead of his rating, so he has 134 innings actually in the actual game, which is it's just so weird. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen before. But Sandy Alcantara, I'm pretty sure his stats are actually matched up with, what what he's done in this season, and not in real life, but in this game this season. I think these stats actually match. And Alcantara in 126 innings this season that we're sitting at 1.9. I mean, I honestly, I mean, he's not pitching that bad at all. 3.34 ERA for him, and overall a good rating. So this is more like the numbers that you're gonna see. The numbers there, the 2.42 ERA is probably what they're gonna go off of for the All-Star game voting here. But still, really good season by Pablo Lopez, and a good season by Sandy Alcantara as well. And Trevor Rogers has been pretty decent this season. That ERA sitting right at 4 right now with a 1.34 ERA, but really want to see just growth from him this season, and he's increasing quite a bit. He's got +3 in some different categories there, so we're seeing him get better. He's going to be a staple in this pitching rotation for a long time, hopefully. Sixto Sanchez is kind of struggling this year. -3, actually, one of his stats is going down. He is increasing a little bit, getting a little bit better, but overall, him and Jesus Luzardo sits at 4.41 ERA right now with a 1.45 whip, so Luzardo is, getting a little bit better and increasing. He's got, a couple of up increases here, +2 to walk per 9 and +3 to home run per 9. But those two pitchers there, Sixto and Luzardo, aren't doing that great. And overall, the pitching is pretty decent here for the Marlins. This was going to be their strength of this team, and I think it's shown up as Lizar Hernandez this season in 100 innings, basically. I mean, a good line for him, giving up 100 hits evenly this season so far as the long reliever. 77 strikeouts, a 3.32 ERA, and a 1.40 whip. So, the whip is a little bit high for me, 40 walks as well, but honestly not a bad season at all right now from him. Zach Pop is struggling this year, but Anthony Bass has been incredible this season, +4 to that home run per 9. He is overall decreasing just a little bit. He is 34 years old, but man, he's having a career year right now. 49.1 innings this year, 10 walks only to 43 strikeouts, and a 1.64 ERA with that whip sitting at 1. Definitely a guy that we're going to see in the All-Star game. It would be a total robbery if we didn't see him in the All-Star game. He's been the best reliever overall with innings in terms of volume and just production this year out of the bullpen. Cole Sulser, only 23 innings, so a little bit of a smaller sample for him, but overall not great. I mean, he's doing okay. Tanner Scott is doing really well. I think if Tanner Scott had more innings, he would probably be a shoo-in for the All-Star game, but with only 23 innings, might not get there. Kind of the lefty specialist here out of the bullpen for Miami, and that ERA sitting at below 2. Really, really good there at 1.22 whip. And then Anthony Bender here, only 19.2 innings. I want to get him some more innings in this second half of the season. I think he definitely deserves some more innings and some more pitching time here because he's been really good in 19.2 innings this season right now with a 2.29 ERA and a 1.37 whip. And then Richard Blair, a guy that could be in the All-Star game here. 28 innings this season, but that whip is really, really good. Only 18 hits, 11 strikeouts, but only has allowed 1 walk all season here in 28 innings so far. Incredible stuff from him. 1.61 ERA and a 0.68 whip. He's a very good reliever, and he's been very good this season. As that meant 97 walk per 9 rating, that has really been coming in handy for Richard Blair. Really good there as a setup man for us. And then Dylan Floro here is in that closer role, and in 32 innings so far this season, that would be 27 save opportunities this year. He has been pretty good, 5 blown saves, so in a 1.95 ERA and a 0.71 whip. He's been definitely good there out of that bullpen. And overall, the bullpen as a whole has been very good this season for Miami. Edward Cabrera there, the 3.34 ERA at the All-Star break with 99.1 innings there. He's been really good in the minors this season. Max Meyer has also been very good there. 70 innings in AAA, and he's pitching well enough that I think he will get the call-up here at the September call-ups, later on in the season because he's been pitching very well. Jordan Holloway there at 25 years old, B potential. A guy that I consider to be a trade candidate for us. Maybe we can get some value from him out of this bullpen, and he's been okay in the farm system in the minor league. So really quickly going over our farm system and a couple of other players to watch for. We don't have a ton of infielders here except for at the shortstop position. Anderson Tejada is really struggling even in AAA right now, unfortunately. Cleo Watson batting .266 right now in AA, and those are really good increases for him, +7 and that contact versus lefties, and +4 and pretty much everything else. Really good stuff there from him. Jose Salas is a guy that I didn't even really realize that we had on this team. He's 18 years old, and I'm going to put him up in AA so we can get some playing time. He's actually a decent prospect there, ratings-wise. So, and then J.D. Bleday, .248 on the average here and 117 at-bats in AAA, +6 to contact versus lefties. Really good there, and he is so close, in my opinion, right on the verge of being called up to the major leagues. He's very, very close right now. So we'll see what happens at the trade deadline, but potentially could see him in the majors here, probably this season at some point. As Brandon Nimmo is leading the National League here in average, as we go over to look at just some major league leading stats here around the league. And Brandon Nimmo batting .337 with a .427 on base percentage. Really, really incredible stuff there. Manny Machado for the Padres. Really not a surprise that he's doing so well, batting .320. Yadiel Hernandez here. This is a guy that plays for the Nationals in 107 hits this season. Really having an impressive year. That's somebody that I did not expect at all to see him do that well. And they're Luis Guillorme. We've faced him a couple of times this season for the Mets, batting .312. Chris Bryant. I wish he could do that. I wish he could do that kind of stuff in real life. Batting .309 at the moment right now. Trey Turner batting .296 right now with a .353 on base. And then you have Luis Arias there. Brian De La Cruz is in the top 10 for average leaders this year with that .293 average. And then you go over to the American League, and this one guy here, Adley Rutschman, is leading almost all of the statistical categories, and look at his increases, +8 to both of his contact ratings. This is incredible. 93 hits right now and 272 at-bats, the .417 on base, and a over 1 OPS with a near .600 slugging percentage. He's got 20 doubles and 15 home runs right now. This season that Adley Rutschman is putting up is one for the ages. This is an incredible season, and a surefire rookie of the year, but a guy that you could honestly maybe put in the running for MVP this season right now, the way he's playing. That's incredible stuff. 4.4 WAR right now. He is just not cooling down this season at all. Michael Brantley there, batting .339. Miguel Cabrera here at the ripe old age of 38 years old is really, really having a good season. 108 hits for him this year, batting .328 with a near 400 on base. This is almost like an old Miguel Cabrera kind of numbers that he's putting up right now. Luis Arias is there, Josh Naylor as well. Mike Trout, of course, he's having a great season right now, batting .319. J.P. Crawford as well there in the top 10. A guy that I look at that might be a possibility. I know the Mariners might need a first baseman this season. We'll see where that goes with the trade deadline. Trade deadline will be, I think, not next episode, but the episode after that here in this franchise. Just to give you some timeline there, is Ronald Acuna Jr. Got to face him a lot in this franchise, and he is having quite the season right now. 30 homers and 72 RBIs already. That's ridiculous. But going over to his WAR, 6.3 WAR right now in the first half of the season. Ronald Acuna Jr. is absolutely nasty this season. Incredible stuff by him. Pete Alonso, yep, pretty good there. 25 homers and nearly 70 RBIs, 100 hits exactly on the season. Very good numbers by him. And then CJ Cron there at 24. And Jorge Soler, number 4 in the NL at 22. So just a couple of home runs above Nelson Cruz. But, man, that home run, that walk-off, got him into the All-Star game. That's really awesome to see. And got him into the home run derby, at least. He's probably not going to get in the All-Star game. But he's there in the top 5 for home runs this year. Will Smith as well, really good catcher for the Dodgers there. And in the American League, 26 for Aaron Judge. So Acuna leads the league right now, but Aaron Judge is, he's having quite the season. I don't think he's going to put up, the 60 home runs that he actually put up in real life this season in the game here. But, still having a really good year, of course. And George Springer there as well with 25. Jose Ramirez, 25. And Stanton at 24. So a couple of Yankees there as well. And plus 8 to the power for Ryan Mountcastle with 23 home runs this year. That's impressive. Shohei Ohtani, 20 home runs by him. That's pretty nasty, but look at how good he's been on the mound this season. This is incredible. Well, he has pitched more innings than he did the previous year, but man, look at this. Look at these numbers. Only 91 hits in 146 innings, 30 walks, 151 strikeouts, a 1.64 ERA with a .03 WHIP. 12-3 record-wise. Shohei Ohtani, simply unbelievable pitching-wise. And, the offense is not too bad by him right now. 20 homers, 44 RBIs, that 284 average, and a 907 OPS. Definitely not too shabby there on the offensive end either by Shohei. And then we go to RBIs here. You got Jose Ramirez there with 69 leading the National League here. Springer's got 65. Taylor Ward is actually way up here with 64. That's impressive here. He's having a really good season right now. 410 with the on-base and 322 with the average. 60 by Judge, 59 by Anderson, 58 by Hunter Dozier. That's an impressive name there. But Luke Voigt actually leads the National League in RBIs here with 75. 20 home runs this season. The average in the on-base is not incredible by him, but man, he's just been able to drive guys in at will, and pretty impressive stuff for him. And Soler tied at number 6 in the National League with a lot of the other guys, Brendan Nimmo, Machado, and Chris Taylor there. Jesus Aguilar, he is alone at number 10 at the moment with 55. I think he had 55. Trey Turner, that's pretty impressive there. On-base percentage, you've already seen some of these on-base percentages here. Mike Trout leading the American League and leading the entire league, I think, in on-base percentage right there with 427. An on-base percentage of 427. Kevin Biggio actually has an over 400 on-base percentage as well. That's interesting. He's got a lot of walks, 56 of them right now this year, so that's the main reason for that. But slugging percentage, 648, leads the league for Ronald Acuna Jr., who is also on top in terms of OPS. The only guy in the National League to have an over 1 OPS. And meanwhile, 2 guys in the American League, Mike Trout and Adley Rutschman, have an over 1 OPS this season. Looking at pitching here, the wins, wins are a little bit deceptive, with 15 wins for Alek Manoah. That's crazy. Because Eliezer Hernandez is number 2 in wins in the National League, in the American League, and he doesn't even start. So we'll go and look at saves. Raisel Iglesias with 34 of them this season. He is just having an incredible year right now. 4 blown saves in 39 innings this season, with that ERA at 1.13 and the WHIP at .73. Unbelievable numbers by him. And the last 3 years, Iglesias has been really good, but this is a career year that he's putting together right now at the moment out of the bullpen. And then Emmanuel Clase, only 3 blown saves. He's got 33. One of the best young closers and just relief pitchers in all of baseball right now for the Cleveland Guardians. Definitely having a really, really great season right now. Josh Taylor there with 30 saves. Sewell with 29. Barlow with 28. That's an interesting one. There in the National League, you have Craig Kimbrell there leading with 34 and only 1 blown save this season right now for the Dodgers. Very interesting. And he's been doing so well this season. He's only an 80 overall, but he's having an incredible year. Giovanni Gallegos, who we've seen in this franchise already a couple of times, has not blown a save yet this season. Is 31-0 in save opportunities in 37 innings pitched, and has only allowed 2 runs in 37 innings this year. That is ridiculous. Unbelievable. .49 ERA and a .7. His WHIP is higher than his ERA is. That's I mean, that's ridiculous. Wow. What a season by Giovanni Gallegos. Moreno at 30. Dylan Flo there's at number 8 in the National League with 22 saves this season. And then you go and it's ERA. Looking at ERA here. And man, Zach Gallen. What a season he's putting together right now. 133 innings and 89 hits allowed, but a 1.89 ERA and a .94 whip. So Pablo Lopez is there at number 2 in the National League in ERA. So, yeah, I just don't know. I mean, he should get into the All-Star game here, but he's having a great season, of course. Zach Thompson, as well, for the Pirates, is there. Marcus Stroman is the number 3 in ERA in the league. Zach Wheeler, who we faced just recently in the last episode. Steven Strasburg, actually, that's kind of surprising there. In real life, he's just been injured a lot. And then, of course, leading the whole entire league and the leading baseball in ERA right now is Shohei Ohtani. We've already looked at his numbers. That 1.64 ERA, that's ridiculous. Alek Manoah there with the 15-win mark has an ERA of under 2 at 1.96. Sonny Gray also at 1.96. That's a surprising number and a surprising face right there. As Alek Manoah, one of the younger and better pitchers in the entire league. This guy is going to be something special for the Blue Jays, and that 1.02 whip. I mean, Alek Manoah is just ridiculous. So very, very good stuff from him this season so far. And Sonny Gray for the Twins. That's a really interesting one. At 32 years old, only an 82 overall, but man, has 101 strikeouts too. I mean, he's having a great season. Jordan Montgomery there as well. Patrick Sandoval. And Kevin Gausman, some interesting names here in the top pitchers for the American League. Luis Garcia for the Astros as well. Aaron Civale and Zach Plesac. Not a ton of huge names. I mean, they're St. Bieber's there as well, but very interesting stuff. Tyreek Skubal, 25 years old for the Tigers, having a good season there at a 2.87 ERA. Sandy Alcantara actually out in front with only allowing 7 home runs this season. He's number 1 in that category. Number 1 in the American League by a far margin is Shohei Ohtani with those 150 strikeouts. I mean, that's almost 30 strikeouts more than anybody else in the league this season. That's unbelievable. As some walks allowed numbers there. The whip at under 1.94 for Gallen, at exactly 1 for Walker Buehler. And Pablo Lopez, 1.14, stands at number 11 there on that list. 5 guys with an under 1 whip in the American League there. And 4.3 pitching WAR for Shohei Ohtani. I mean, and combine that with his hitting WAR, pretty impressive. Leading the league in WAR is Ronald Acuna Jr. So that's all the stats that we have for you. Here's some look at the league leaders. And now it is time for the Home Run Derby. Here we go. On into the Home Run Derby. We have the big bat of Jorge Soler, who will be the number 8 seed in this Home Run Derby, just got in to the Home Run Derby after that walk-off that we had in the last episode here. So we're going to cover him for as long as he goes, and we're going to see also the end of every round, basically, in this Home Run Derby. Jorge Soler is the 8th seed, as here he is at that 261. On the average of 22 home runs this season, and he's going up against Ronald Acuna Jr., so, definitely a tall task here in this scenario, and definitely not going to be an easy opponent to go up against. He's the number 1 overall seed with those 30 home runs that he's hit this year. Soler gets off to a good start, though, here with his first swing being a home run, and not able to get that one over the wall there, as he crushes that one, but that is just going to go foul. We'll look at Jorge Soler, we'll look at his entire round here, and then we'll just get to the end of these other rounds for these other players, as that's a drive here. We're in Dodger Stadium for the All-Star festivities, as Jorge Soler gets his second one. That looks like it probably is going to be his third here, as he's got a couple in a row. No, he doesn't. That one is short, actually. I thought that one was going to go for sure, just a little bit too high, I believe now, as that one will go, and that is 446 there on the distance. So that is going to get, you need 2 over 440 to get bonus time in this Home Run Derby here in Dodger Stadium. So he's got one of those off the board now. He's got 4 right now, a decent pace. We want to see that pace quicken up a little bit more here against his opponents and Ronald Acuna, but he's got 5 now, a little bit late on that swing, and then drives it over. Getting that 30 seconds of extra time would be huge for him. He's got 7 now here with a minute 40 left on the clock, and that one to straightaway center field is gone for homer number 8, as there's one that is going to go foul. A minute and a half now on the clock for Jorge Soler, as that one is going to be just short, and I mean, not even in double digits yet. That one looks like it's going to be number 9, as well, no, it's that one's short too. He's had a couple of those. I mean, you can't have those long fly balls at least a lot of time that don't go out, and that one will. I mean, really wants that 30 seconds of extra bonus time. We have a minute left now on the clock, and Soler is sitting at 9 here right now. I don't know if that's going to be good enough against Acuna. That one is gone, and that one's pretty far, but not 440, so there's number 10. And Soler late on that swing here. Now 40 seconds left, and that one's pretty deep, but it is not 440. I don't know if he's going to get this 30 seconds of extra time. That might do it, though. That one's crushed. And let's see where that one lands. 4:45. He got the 30 seconds of extra bonus time. That might have been his longest one of the whole time here. That one was really crushed. 4:48. A couple of really long ones here by Soler recently. Now he's got 13 here on the clock, and he has hit a few in a row. His last few swings have been home runs, and he's going to get one more there before we go into the bonus time here. 30 seconds with 14 right now on the clock. That energy going down a little bit. He's taken that pitch there. Swung and missed the first pitch. And let's see if he can get at least one more. That one's short. Bouncing off the wall, but 13 seconds here. This might be... Only probably has one more swing after this. That one's short as well. So with 5 seconds here, might be probably his last swing of this time. And it looks like it will. The clock runs out. Is that one going to find a seat? It will not. It's pretty short there. So 14 for Jorge Soler, and that one, you know, didn't get any in the bonus time right there. That was really unfortunate. You worked so hard to get that bonus time, and it didn't end up happening at all for you. So we'll see what happens with Ronald Acuna coming up now. Needing to get 15 to beat Jorge Soler. Probably likely that we're going to see him do that here, as Acuna, with 2 here, 3:30 left on the clock. That one is gone. Again, needs that 2 home runs to get the 30 seconds of bonus time here. As that one is gone as well. A couple in a row here by Acuna. As right now in finals week for me in college here. Next week will be the last week of school. Well, this is the last week of classes for me. And then I'll go back home for the summer. So probably won't see an uptick of videos on this channel when I come back to Colorado here. I'll be trying to get more videos out to you guys here as the summer starts to approach. But it doesn't look good for Jorge Soler here right now, as there's number 11. Already got the 30 seconds of bonus time here, and has a minute and a half left on his clock. And well, he's got... Now he needs only 2 more. 2 short here, and man, Soler, I thought that 14, I didn't really know how much, like a lot was going to be for this home run derby in the 4-minute time frame, but 14 wasn't really it wasn't really that much by Soler. He is the number 8 seed, so I didn't really expect Soler to do much in this home run derby, but it looks like he's going to be right on his well on his way to elimination here. A minute left for Acuna, and actually technically a minute and 30 left for him to get 1 home run. And that looks like it'll be it right there into left field. That one is gone, and it's 4:27 on the distance for Ronald Acuna Jr., who wins this first round against Jorge Soler. And Acuna will go to the second round here. Pretty easy round there for Acuna, and a pretty easy 15 that he had to get. Didn't even... got just under a minute to be able to or just over 3 minutes to be able to get to that mark. So Soler out of the home run derby, unfortunately, as the 8th seed. But it's so tough on me going up against a guy like Acuna. I mean, Acuna Jr. in that round, probably, it was still, he still had a minute and a half to go. So even if we got, somewhere, even if Soler got somewhere around 14 or 15, or 16 or 17, maybe 18, probably still would not have mattered, just because of how good that round was from Acuna. But here is Pete Alonso facing Jose Ramirez right now, and Alonso sitting at 18 here as he goes into the bonus time, as that one is short of the wall. 20 seconds left on that clock, and he will get this one just fair down that fair pole there in left field. I believe it's called a fair pole or foul pole. I've heard it called both ways by announcers. But that is going to be gone here. He's getting one more pitch. He does not. They call the time before that pitch is delivered. But 20 in the first round for Pete Alonso is pretty darn good, actually. That's a good total right there. 447 was the longest on the distance for him. And so let's see, what can Jose Ramirez do here for Cleveland with 25 home runs that he has gotten this season. And with about 30 seconds left on the clock for him, he has got 14, make that 15 now, but he does not have the bonus time earned just quite yet, as he takes that pitch. That you can't really do that now with so little time left. Really needs that 30 seconds left. He does get a home run there, but it's not going to get any bonus time for him, as, man, that one's a really high fly ball. It takes a lot of time off the clock, and it does not go for 40. So it's 17, and that's going to be a little round ball line drive, and that is not going to do it there, as Jose Ramirez falls in this first round. Pete Alonso wins this round of the home run derby. Alonso won it last 2 years in real life, of course. So he's definitely no stranger to the home run derby and winning the home run derby, as he was the 5th seed there, beating the 4th seed of Jose Ramirez. So now we move over to the other side of the bracket, and we have Giancarlo Stanton here against George Springer. Stanton at 11 right now, so not looking that impressive. That is an impressive home run, though. There, 40 seconds left on the clock, now 12 for Stanton. He's got a couple in a row here all of a sudden now. And there's a ball. That one's crushed again. 3 in a row, and that one went 445. That will give him some bonus time here now on the clock. 438, that one far as well. Stanton, man, he's going on a groove right now. At the moment, does he get another in a row here? He does, and that one was 457. He's hitting some bombs right now, and they do give him one more extra pitch. Doesn't hit a home run with that, but 16 now all of a sudden. He only had 11 with, about 40 seconds left, so definitely a good last few minutes by Stanton, but he's not appearing to be getting anything here in the bonus. He does get one more. Last swing by him here. Let's see if that one goes, and it does, just down the line. So Stanton with 18 in the first round here. That's pretty decent. That's not bad at all by Stanton there with 18. So George Springer now, his job is to get a total of 19. Can he do it here? As with 40 seconds left, he's about where Stanton was with 11. That's number 12. He's already got the 30 seconds of bonus time under his belt here. But how much can he get before the bonus time starts? That one was 442 to straightaway center. And that one is also gone. And Springer is going into a groove right now. He's hitting a few in a row. And I think he will get 15. And yes, he's going to get a 15. That puts you in a good spot here with bonus time approaching, as trying to get one more before the bonus time begins, and he does get that one just over the wall. And so now 16 here going into the bonus. George Springer gets one there, and now only needs one more to tie Stanton here, as that one is going to go foul. And now with only 10 seconds left, can he get a home run here to tie the score? And he will, just barely. 1 second left to get the pitch off. And is this one going to be gone to send Springer to the next round? And it is! 396 to left field, and George Springer beating out the clock. A buzzer beater round right there against Stanton, and just barely getting those 19 home runs. Man, a couple of short ones there by Springer to propel him into the second round. 3 beats the 6 there. And, man, that was a really good round, really close round right there. And C.J. Cron is up. And Cron with 13 here with 40 seconds left. That's not bad at all. He's going to get 14 here as that one is 4:33 and gone. Has the 30 seconds a bonus time already. Let's see what we kind of cool for Rocky to win one of these home run derbies. Here has 20 seconds left on the clock. That one is just short. Unfortunately, really wanted that one to go. That one's going to be short as well, and a little bit of a cold streak here by Cron as the last few in a row haven't gone out. Now 30 seconds of bonus time, and he does get a home run there at 397. So now 20 seconds left as that one goes foul. And man, I don't know. Can I get at least one more here in these last couple of swings? He does there with 17. That's pretty decent. Can he get this one over the wall and gone too? And he will not. That one's just short, okay? 17 for C.J. Cron. That's not terrible, but, I mean, it's Aaron Judge that he's going up against, so we'll see if Aaron Judge is going to be able to do that. He's only got 18. He's got to get 18 here in this first round. Judge, the 2 seed in this home run derby, and he's already got 13 here with just under a minute left. Now that's 14. There's a foul ball. Oh, well, that one actually is going to go gone. That one was a line drive, a shallow homer, and then another one there, and it looks like, I mean, Aaron Judge well on his way here. That one looks like it's going to tie the score at 17. It will. So it does have, 25 seconds left. Doesn't have bonus time, but might not need it if that one is gone, and it's not. It's just short here. So 15 seconds left, and now you get concerned about the bonus time not having it, as that one is short as well. Now there's only 5 seconds here, but this one is gone, maybe, and it is 4:07 as the clock runs out on 0 for Aaron Judge. Didn't have any bonus time there, and that one just does get out. So a couple of rounds here in a row that these players beat out the clock. Springer and Judge beat out the clock there a little bit in those rounds, and that's the matchups here in the semifinals. As we go back to Pete Alonso, we had a really good first round with 20. And he has 13 here with a minute left. He's got that bonus time already earned. He's got another one there, and he's now at 14, as this one is going to be just short, and that's not a home run here. 10 seconds left now, and Pete Alonso kind of running into a little bit of a wall here. He does get that one, 446. That one was crushed. But 15 now for Pete, as he's in the bonus time. I don't think Pete Alonso had... No, he probably had a couple in the bonus time, but he's not doing much here in this bonus time right now, as that's another one that doesn't make it. And, let's see, can't get that one to go either. And Pete Alonso, man, can he get at least one in bonus time here? It looks like he will. So, I mean, only 16. I don't think that's going to be enough against Ronald Acuna Jr., honestly. I mean, Acuna just crushed it in the first round against Jorge Soler. So, man, Pete Alonso really struggled in that bonus time. He only got one more home run to add on to his total. As now, here is Ronald Acuna Jr., and with only 15, and he needed to get that in that first round. And look at this. I mean, Acuna Jr. is just built for this home run derby. He is just going off right now. 13 already, with a minute and a half left, and the bonus time already earned. He's going to get 14 there, 458. My goodness. Ronald Acuna Jr. just absolutely crushing the baseball here. He gets another one down the line there. Still has a whole minute, 15 seconds left. That one will go foul, as man leads one to tie Pete Alonso here, and that one will do it. 420 to straightaway center field. He's got a minute here, basically a minute and a half to get one more home run. Can he do it? He doesn't get it with that swing. He doesn't get it with that one either, as it's a, lazy ground ball. There's a fly ball. This one might go, though, and it does. Man, he had 40 seconds still on the clock, plus the bonus time. man, I mean, Ronald Acuna Jr., talk about having an impressive first couple of rounds in this derby. He has been, I mean, he hasn't faced a challenge yet by anybody here so far, as he takes Pete Alonso and just absolutely, you know, I mean, that was destruction right there for from Acuna. No chance right there. Now George Springer will be facing Aaron Judge. A minute here for Springer with those 30 seconds. A bonus time, and Springer sitting at 13 at the moment here. And a couple of short ones that are short here for him, and unfortunately, I mean, he can't be missing many swings when you're going up against Aaron Judge. Now, there's a home run. He does get to 14. Now he gets to 15. That one to 447 on the distance here. That one looks like it's going to be short. And yes, it is. Now we got 10 seconds on the clock plus the bonus time. And Springer gets one more before the bonus. He gets one more swing here. Let's see if it goes. And it will. 454. That was pretty clearly going to go out. Springer was 17 here. He's looking pretty good. You want to get one or two more in the bonus. He already gets one there with his first swing. Then that one's going to go a long way. That one's gone. All right, Springer with 19 here. 10 seconds left. As now it's 5 seconds here. Probably his last swing. And yes, it is. And that one is short. But 19 for this round for George Springer, with 457 being his longest. That's definitely a good first round. A good second round there. That's a good round by George Springer. So Aaron Judge needing to get 20 here to move on to the finals. And Aaron Judge in that first round got 18 home runs and had his longest at 448 on that distance there. So he's at 13 here with a minute left and no bonus time right now. He absolutely needs that bonus time, I think, to be able to beat Springer here. Absolutely critical that he gets that. And he won't get it here with these two swings. He does get to 15 home runs now. So he's doing pretty good here on that home run counter. Needs to get that extra bonus time, and he does with that home run. That is trouble for George Springer now, with 30 seconds for Aaron Judge here to work with. He wants to get at least one more before you go into the bonus here, as that one is 440 to straightaway center. Now it's 17 here, and under 10 seconds now. That one's short. He is going to get one more pitch here, as let's see if that gets one there, and it doesn't go. So now 30 seconds to get 3 home runs here for Aaron Judge. That looks like it's going to be one of them here. Yes, it is. 457. That one's crushed. So now 20 seconds. Can he get 2 homers here? That's all he needs. He gets that one at 402. Now with 10 seconds, tied up at 19. This is a big swing, and it's down the line, and it's gone at 440. Aaron Judge advancing to the next round. He's going to get 20 home runs there, and he beats out George Springer. Good round there. 19 by Springer was a lot. Maybe thought it would be enough, but it wasn't for... It just wasn't enough for Springer there, as we go into the finals now. And Aaron Judge at 14 here. Now at 15, and with 15 seconds left and those 30 seconds of extra bonus time to play with. I mean, tall task against Ronald Acuna, but a couple of home runs here in a row by Aaron Judge. He's going to get to 16 here with that swing going into bonus. This is a good round right now that Aaron Judge is putting together for sure. As he gets one more into straightaway center. And now Aaron Judge at 18 here. He's going to get to 19, it looks like, with that swing. And he will. So, man, now 10 seconds left here. Got 2 swings probably left in the books for Judge. And he gets to 20 here. 2 seconds left. He gets one more swing at it here. And is this one going to make it? And it is not going too high, but short. All right, 20 home runs in this final round for Aaron Judge. That is pretty good. I mean, nobody has actually gotten over 20 in this derby yet. Max was 20 that Pete Alonso got in the first round, and Acuna needs 21. So, I mean, Acuna has been excellent in this home run derby here so far, but this is going to be a tall task to be able to get 21 off of Aaron Judge. And Acuna definitely not at the pace that he was at the first couple of rounds, as with 40 seconds left, he's only got 13. That's not going to be enough. I mean, he's got to get that extra bonus time. That's a big missed swing right there. 30 seconds left here. And that one's not going to be gone either. And that's going to waste some time. He's got to get back in the box. Now only 20 seconds left here. This is looking dire for Acuna, as he doesn't even get that one to go. And, man, Acuna just ran out of steam, maybe a little bit here in this final round, as he cannot get anything out of the park. That's a big home run. I mean, you needed that bonus time if you had any chance, but you got to go on a run and a tear right now if you're Acuna. He does get to 15 here going into the bonus, but only 30 seconds, and that's a ground ball. You can't have that. You cannot have any ones that do not go, and that's a fly ball. That one is not gone, and it looks like Aaron Judge is going to take this home run derby. Acuna gets to 16, but with only 5 seconds here, the time winding down. This is going to be his last swing, and it is short. And Acuna cannot catch up to Aaron Judge. Man, a good final round by Aaron Judge here. And it's good. I mean, Acuna looked like he was going to run away with this home run derby, it seemed like at first. But Aaron Judge had a good couple of rounds there, and he ends up taking the crown as the home run derby champion here this season, lifting up that trophy. And he keeps it there. 18 home runs in that round, 120 in round 2 and round 3 here. Man, that was a good home run derby right there, and good congratulations to Aaron Judge there with that home run derby crowd. Now I go into the All-Star game, and I noticed that there is only one Miami Marlin on this roster right now. Anthony Bass is there. He made the All-Star game, but where is my man Pablo Lopez? That is definitely a guy we wanted to see in this home run derby. He is in the All-Star game, excuse me. He is not there, and I don't know why that is. Like, I think the Marlins get scammed here in the All-Star game. It ends up being Anthony Bass is their only All-Star this year. I mean, Pablo Lopez definitely should have gone into this All-Star game. I don't know why he didn't. I mean, the offense, there really wasn't a whole lot of great offensive players that we had going into this game, so I'm not really surprised that we didn't get any offensive All-Stars. It looked like Jesus Sanchez was going to be in this All-Star game for a while this season, but he is not. He's been okay, but definitely has decreased, and like his stats are not as good anymore. But I mean, I didn't really expect anybody on the offense to be in this All-Star game, but I'm amazed that Pablo Lopez does not get in to this All-Star game. Absolutely scammed right there. I definitely should have been in it. But man, I mean, no gripe about that whole season for sure. I don't know why. Sometimes the All-Star voting in this game is just a little bit wacky. And I have a feeling it might have to do with just the stats being really weird and glitchy for Pablo Lopez here, because again, the game, when you go on and actually push triangle on his player, it looks like he has one more start than he actually did this season. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but either way, there's the lineups here. A quick snapshot of those batting orders for the NL and the AL. So not as big of an All-Star game as I thought we were going to see here, as really only going to, we'll hop in and if the game is really good and really crazy, but Anthony Bass is our only All-Star this season. That's pretty disappointing, honestly. Has Zach Gallen here, the All-Star, the starting pitcher for the NL, and I mean a snapshot again of those numbers. We've already seen them, but just ridiculous season by him right now. .94 whip and a 1.89 ERA. That's absolutely ridiculous. And 19 starts this year. Only a 9-6 record this year, though, which is interesting. But you get the lineup here, and so far Gallen took those strikeouts, but now a lot of base runners in. Oh boy, bases are loaded here in the first inning already for Rafael Devers, who is the starting. He was a starting infielder, probably playing third base for the AL All-Stars here, and he's going to cash in on the bases loaded. That's going to be a ground ball into left field that scores 2 runs. And Rafael Devers, how about that coming up clutch right there with an RBI, with a 2 RBI single, and the AL All-Stars will take the lead first in this game here. They're up 2-0 as Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the AL All-Stars here, but now he's going to load up the bases here himself in the bottom of the first inning. And here's now Pete Alonso, who's in that home run derby, of course. And now bases loaded for him. Let's see what happens in this situation. As that is a ball that misses low. 3-1 is the count now to Pete Alonso here. As here comes a pitch by Shohei. And it's low, and it's a ball. Ball 4. And a walk will score a run for the NL. It is now 2-1. Very interesting. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout of C.J. Cron. That was a really nice pitch there by Shohei Ohtani. As a filthy one up in the zone for strike 3. And, man, C.J. Cron way out in front of that. I mean, looks silly on that swing. Now, 2 down in the first inning, and Chris Bryant is going to send a fly ball into the outfield there. That one's caught in left. That'll end the first inning. But, man, what an interesting first inning to this All-Star game. It's 2-1 after an inning here in this one. So we go into the quick managing here. Max Scherzer on the mound. And there's Rafael Devers again, striking with a RBI double. Sean and Devers both 2 for 2 in this game. And it is 3-1. Now it's 4-1. Adley Rutschman coming through with an extra base hit. There's a double into the gap. And Max Scherzer struggling. Man, he gave up 2 runs in that 1 inning that he pitched in the top of the 4th. There's a double by Cron and a base hit by Chris Bryant. Now Cronin with walks, and Alex Manoah is on the mound here with the bases loaded again in the bottom of the 4th. Here's now Trey Turner at the plate. Turner swings at an 0-1, and that's a fly ball, but it's right to the center fielder, and caught easily there by Brian Reynolds, I think is the center. No, that's Mike Trout. What am I? Oh boy, that was really a bad mistake right there. I don't know why. I thought it was anybody but Mike Trout in center field for this team. But there's a home run by Pete Alonso. Big time swing by Pete right there. And it is now a 2-run game actually. The AL All-Stars got a run themselves in the top of the 5th. In the top of the 5th inning. As it's now 5-3. We go into the bottom of the 6th. There's a triple from Chris Bryant. Now, here's Will Smith, and he will walk. Now, Jake Cronenworth, and another walk. A couple of walks in a row here by Jordan Montgomery. Blows up the bases with nobody out here in this 6th inning. What a big spot. Another bases-loaded situation. The 3rd of the game, and there is a swing and a miss, and a pitch inside and low. Really good pitch right there by Jordan Montgomery. And now it's up to Brandon Nimmo. With 1 out here, 3-1. Ground ball, and it's a line drive, actually, that is caught by the second baseman. And, oh man, how big of a letdown would this be to not score right here for the National League. Ryan Presley out of the bullpen here for the American League, and pretty good in 36 innings, only 2 blown saves all season. Here, as Manny Machado is up. 1 for 2 in the game for him, and he is going to get hit by a pitch running inside, and it hits him on the arm there, on the elbow. And an interesting way for the NL to make it a 1-run game. Now Ronald Acuna Jr. is up again here with a 5-4 score. 0 for 2 in the game so far for Acuna. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat by Ryan Presley. It's a ground ball, line drive, base hit into center field. Trout is up with it. 1 run is going to score, and around comes another huge hit by Ronald Acuna Jr., who did lose that home run derby and is taking it out in this All-Star game. Monster swing. 2 runs for the National League, and they have taken a 5-6 lead here in the 6th inning. Another look at that swing and that base hit right there by Acuna. There's a ground ball over to second base, and that is going to be an easy play made to end the 6th. But the National League taking a monster lead here in this one. End of the 6th, and it's 5-6 NL now, and here is our 1 and only All-Star this season for some reason. Again, don't know why we don't have Pablo Lopez in this game, but Anthony Bass, no discredit to him. He's having an incredible season and was definitely worthy to be in this All-Star game here, as he's starting it out here in the top of the 8th inning in a 1-run game in a monster spot to hold the lead for the National League right now, as that's a ground out. And out of the bullpen, out of the dugout here is Josh Naylor now. Really good season by him right now. 325 average with that 904 OPS. And 0-1 to Naylor is there on a slider. Really good pitch by Anthony Bass here. 0-2 is the count now, with 1 down in the inning. As here comes the 0-2. And it's there! On the corner on the bottom of the zone. Great pitch at the knees of Josh Naylor. Look at this pitch sequence. The fastball kind of right down the middle, but man, those two sliders were really well located. And that slider to get the strikeout, maybe a little bit low, but just catching the bottom of the zone. That was really nice pitch there. And there's another strikeout. Roberto Perez cannot catch up to that pitch. And man, Anthony Bass, how about that for a All-Star game start? All-Star game appearance, 2 strikeouts, and a scoreless 1-2-3, top of the 8th inning. Really good stuff there by Anthony Bass, representing the Marlins very well here in the All-Star game. As now Giovanni Gallegos, well, he hasn't blown a save yet all year. Will he blow a save here in the All-Star game right now? As still 5-6 is the score. There's a grounder over to shortstop, and the throw to first base in time for the out. So that is going to get the first out of the inning here, as Mitch Garver is at the plate now. Between two to him, does he go? And he does, says the first base umpire there down the line. As now there's 2 down in the inning for Trevor Story. And for some reason, I don't know why I did that, but I just simulated the final out of that game. Again, I don't actually know why I did that anyway, but that is going to end this game, and the National League does, in fact, win this one here. They take this All-Star game here, and I don't remember in real life. I know that the American League has won the last, 3 or 4, at least, All-Star games in real life, so the National League does break up that streak there of the All-Star game kind of curse that the NL has had. They really haven't been able to win many All-Star games recently, but not anymore there. As an interesting game. I mean, those 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning was what did it, and that was definitely enough for the National League to win this game here today. As man, a huge swing by Ronald Acuna Jr. and a 5-6 final for the NL All-Stars. And I mean, the only guy that we really care about here is Anthony Bass, and Anthony Bass was really good. Rafael Devers is also very good. 3 RBIs and 2 hits in this one. But yeah, I mean, looking at that, you can pause if you want to look at anybody that you want to look at there. Pete Alonso had a home run, 3 RBIs, but yeah, the only guy that we really care about is Anthony Bass, and quite the game by him. 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, no runs allowed, and no hits allowed. Very good stuff by Anthony Bass. And overall, the bullpen as a whole, after the 5th inning for the NL All-Stars, was really good. So that's going to do it for me here in this episode, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more. You've been listening to Lucas from Mars. Have a great day, everybody. And I will see you in the next one. God bless.